Namaste, and welcome to our continuing series, Interviews with Disciples and Devotees. Today I'm honored to have with us Srividhya. Welcome, Namaste.
Namaste, Narad.
The first question I always like to ask is, how did you first hear of Mother and Sri Aurobindo?
You will be intrigued, or everyone will be intrigued. It was like a destiny that hugged me, to be honest. When I was in my childhood days, I was about 6-year-old. I was a young child, just playing all around, and my neighbors were devotees of Sri Aurobindo and Mother. And
where was this?
it was in Madurai.
In Madurai.
In Madurai.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very just asked to pluck the flowers for them. They used to pluck the flowers, arrange the flowers for Mother and Sri Aurobindo in such a beautiful fashion. They used to arrange and they used to pray for the prayers. So in that time, I used to just pluck flowers, and then I grew up like 6 years, and I became 7-year-old, 8-year-old. Then I understood that they are some incarnation, and then I didn't know all those things about Sri Aurobindo as a child. I was not given such a awareness. But definitely it was eye-opening for me when I understood that Mother and Sri Aurobindo were in the earth. And it was like stunning for me when I understood, and I started to follow them since 6-year-old, unknowingly, just to pluck flowers and to enjoy the decoration around them. It was really, I felt there was some destiny hugging me at that point itself.
And how did it continue?
So when I grew up as a teenager, it was like too much of pressure from my family to study a lot. I was not given more of spiritual place, but always when I want to study or get good marks, I used to always say, Mother Sri Aurobindo, bless me. Apart from other gods that I usually pray for, Hindu gods. So apart from that, I used to always say, Annai is in Tamil, Mother. So I used to say, Annayamma. I used to say, whenever I got some fear, whenever there was something that I want help, I used to just call for Mother.
Now, how did you hear about Auroville, and how did you come to Auroville?
It was again a calling, I would say. Again, it was a calling, like I felt there was a lot of things missing, even though I had everything in my life. I saw that something that I should do for me as well.
And you say you had everything in your life. What do you mean?
Everything is like materialistically. I had a very good job, very good family, lot of great friends, amazing people around me. But I had a hole inside of me, deep inside, asking me, what are you here for? What is your really purposeful here? You're not doing anything, you're just running a rat race. And where are you heading towards? This was the true calling, and I really wanted to understand. So I thought, which is near to my hometown was Auroville. Otherwise, Rishikesh and other places were like never possible in my home, because they will never allow me to be anywhere else. And Auroville, again, it was near to my home, and absolutely it is Mother. So again, Mother, with all the challenges in my home, I came here to Auroville.
And what were the challenges in your home? They weren't interested in spirituality, or what? Can you tell me a little bit more about your family and your family life?
Absolutely. So my home, they are good religiously, they are very good spiritually, they are also inclined, but they do not allow us to go outside the home and explore spirituality, which was not in our family background or in my culture. So I am the first generation that I have come outside of that dogma or that stigma, that stereotypic way of living, with all the challenges inside of me. I do not know when they will be even calling me emotionally. You have to come back from Arrowville. But still, there is a support from my family. I would say that I am grateful for Mother and Sri Aurobindo and all the powers and spirits in this world, to be honest. So, this is my.
Well, tell me a little bit about your experiences in Oroville.
Absolutely. So I came here to start up with Swaram, volunteering for Swaram. So that is how I said to my family, I'm going to volunteer for Swaram, and it's kind of interesting. Then I explored Swaram, then I explored few other places, but only Savitri Bhavan and Inner Chamber and gardening, Om Choir. So these were all the 4 things that I did it in 2 weeks. I was totally focused in what I wanted, because Arrowville is full of events and you can choose anything that you wanted to do. But when I did that, I chose only 3 of them. One, Savitri Bhavan, being mostly in Savitri Bhavan, understand really what Aurobindo, what Savitri is, what Mother is, who are they, why they came here, why Arrowville is built, why Arrowville had a treaty with the government. So all those things I was trying to understand when I came here in Arrowville the first week. So the second week I got a permission to go and visit the Inner Chamber as a visitor. To be honest, first visit in that Inner Chamber, my experience was like I couldn't take that power at all. I couldn't even sit even for 1 minute. Usually I'm a proper meditation. I meditate for like almost 10-20 years of practice I have from artfulness, but when I went inside the Inner Chamber, I was not able to sit. My heart was heavy, and after 2 minutes, 3 minutes, as the time goes by, I was like floating. So I had a very nice experience in Matri Mandir, and then I went to Om Choir where I met you, Narad. So there I was very happy because when after the class, the Om Choir was over, you came and said, "Mother bless you," and you hugged everyone. That moment shook me. Sorry to be emotional. This is my experience in Arrowville.
Do you plan to stay in Oroville and continue your work?
Yes, I really wanted to stay in Arrowville because I feel this is my destiny.
Tell me a little bit about your life before Oroville. Anything about the ashram also, possibly?
Absolutely. When I was in my teenage, I visited couple of times to the ashram. That time I was a teenager. I didn't know all this power. I didn't know anything about really there is a power around me. All those things I was not experiencing. But as a child, I was visiting the ashram, and I used to be in silence. And that time itself, I was so spiritual, and I was always asking some questions inside me. Even when I was in my teenage, even when I was in my college, every time there were challenges in my life where I used to always ask, where am I heading to right now? Like, where am I heading? Even in the ashram, when I visited Sri Aurobindo's Samadhi, I was always, that also came into my mind asking, like, where am I heading? I am a teenager. I have come to Sri Aurobindo's ashram, but where am I really heading to? Really, why am I different from other people, and why am I not happy like other people? When I get something like a materialistically car, maybe, I was still I was not happy. So why am I not happy was the first question that I always used to ask. And second, I used to ask why everybody get diseases, why everybody die, all those things, because my death of my grandmother, she was very, very close to me and my heart. She died. I was not able to go and visit her for the last cremation because I had exams, and none of my family members mentioned that she is dead and she is gone. She was very close to me. She was like my blood and skin, I would say, because she gave so much of love.
Now, why were you always feeling sad, and what did you find out?
I was always sad because I felt this world is ending. It's like, anyway you're going to end. But there was some sadness behind me. Always there was sadness, because I was not able to find the purpose, or I was not able to help anybody, or if I'm helping someone, or if I'm able to really help someone, then I'm happy. On that entire day I sleep very well. But if I do something for me, I'm not that happy. So I don't know, I have to figure out, and it's still a process for me. I'm like a baby step. So step by step I'm trying to explore where where I'm going to head. But I'm in the right place. That much I know for sure. I'm in the right place.
What have you read of Sri Aurobindo, or Mother? What books?
So I have started reading Savitri. Savitri is very powerful reading. There was one small book about Savitri, which I took it from Savitri Bhavan, which wrote about what Savitri is, why he wrote it, how it was written, what are all the books, how many 24,000 lines it comprises of. It's like an introduction book only. But I've started to read, and I have started to attend satsangs to understand Savitri first of all. And I understand about mother's symbol. So the garden and Matri Mandir, how it is constructed based upon mother's symbol. So that I have understood. And Savitri is something like very, very amazing, because it's a flow that we cannot understand, but it's like something you might understand eventually also. I understand the fear of death, the fear of this life. All the meanings are inside Savitri. When we have some fear, when we have something empty in our life, go back to Savitri, read it. I think that really helped me. Something what I do is like I'll just close the Savitri and say, Sri Aurobindo and Mother, what are you going to tell me today? Please give me the message. It will be like Canto, book number 1, Canto 3. So I'll be just reading all those things, and just some para on that. My day starts like that.
Oh, your day starts like that?
My day starts like that.
In the morning, about what time do you start?
So 5:15 I get up. When I arrived Auroville, that was my bed. I used to go early to bed and rise early after reaching Auroville, but before that I was not that person. So after coming to Auroville, I had a purpose. I made sure that these are all my morning rituals and a routine I have in my place where I stay. Just 1, 2 or 3 lines. It's not going to be like full verse, because I am not so well versed in reading Savitri, because it's something very powerful, and you need a lot of people help, or something that you should first understand the first level. There are levels inside each and every line. One line might have 13 levels. One line. Imagine 24,000 lines. Maybe one line I might understand in a different way, you might understand in a different way. But when God or Aurobindo says to us, it could be a different way for us. It could be customized for us.
Yes.
So I think that's what.
Savitri is a guide for you.
Savitri is my guide for me, like morning compass for me.
Do you read any of Mother's books?
Mother's books I have not yet started to read. But I have not yet started to read.
I think her talks to the children would be very interesting to you.
Talks of the children.
Talks to the children.
Talks
she used to talk to all the children.
Okay.
and meet with them. And she speaks about things that you're talking about also, fear, sadness, all of these things.
Okay.
You can find those. So tell me what you think you would like to do in Oroville in the future.
So in my future with in Arrowville will be first thing, have a free education for children, poor children, orphans, irrespective of whatever, no labeling will be there, just children. Any education that they want, they can pick it and learn. We will have a collaboration from multiple teachers, multiple people around the world are there in Arrowville, where I can, it's going to be a team effort, not only me, I can use the help of many people around Arrowville, get lot of help from others, and make sure the education is spread in a right way, like integral yoga should be spread in a right way, because the children should understand that money is not the end goal. Like me, who was growing up, understood that money is the end goal. But when I had almost everything, I felt there is no goal for me. So there will be obviously emptiness. So when we are going to tell the children, initially, we have to give them lot of understanding that something greater is there in this universe, that you have come to this earth for a purpose, and make them really understand teachings of Aurobindo, Mother, be it anything good for them to be a good human being, such that they all can contribute to the planet rather than contributing only to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the main thing that I would want to do for Auroville. In education sector and women empowerment is the next goal, if I can do it in this lifetime.
Have you explored any of the schools yet?
I have to explore, because I just came January 17th I have come here. So I have to start exploring the schools.
Oh, so you're only here more than 5 weeks or so?
5 weeks, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I am volunteering for Matram, a psychological development volunteering. So place for, right now I'm just a volunteer here.
How do you like it?
I feel there is a purpose, because the early morning my work is Matram. Matram means the change. So I think there is a purpose when I'm getting up.
Very
Yes.
good, very good. Have you met any Orovillians whom you feel are very special?
Only one person I have met. I don't know whether you are Aurovillian or not, Narad. But I feel that you are special to me. Even though I don't interact with you much, but because
yes, I am an Orovillian.
yeah, so I don't know all those things. With my 5 weeks of my experience, the first thing I learned was how to plant in garden of power. I was given to plant flowers in garden of power. There was a garden in our Matri Mandir, and you taught me like how to plant them. The way that you told me to hold the plant, keep it, those things, I felt like heart transplantation that day. I felt like I'm taking one heart and putting it into another place, such that this heart will be growing somewhere. So I felt that power. So I don't know. Then Om Choir was the one more turning moment. Mother loves you. This word I have never heard from anybody. So that was the second thing. So there are hidden things. I have never specifically gone and searched for Aurovillian and gone to speak to them or something like that. But because I think there is a flow in this universe.
Yeah. Did you meet people in the ashram?
No, I have not met anyone.
Just came to the ashram? Did you have dinner there, lunch?
No, I have not, because I had again time constraints, because I came with family. For them, ashram is something like visiting place. But for me, ashram is a place to observe silence and to really imbibe that condition inside of me. That is my feeling. That time also, when I was like small young person.
Well, I have other questions for you. How about talking about your body and the exercise and all that Sri Aurobindo has told us about the need for the body to be strong? Are you doing anything?
Yes. So I practice yoga. I cycle.
Oh, you cycle? Okay.
Yeah, I cycle and I practice yoga. So I am from the childhood only I have started yoga from Shivananda Ashram. So I have started doing my yoga since then. Then during my college days, I was not. I was just stopping, and I was like on and off doing yoga because of my studies and because of, as usual, the nature of the age. I would say, because during the college days we will be the worst person ever. That's what I was also. So I didn't follow a proper routine, but I studied kind of well, but then I topped after 4 years. So that routine is there, but never ever after my college days I have taken anything for granted. I make sure I take care of my body, because body is the tool. If we want to do something, your body is a tool. So if you don't take care of the body, you cannot do something outside. It's like you are empty and you are trying to fill somebody else. So this is what I can say for what I learned from Sri Aurobindo.
Can you tell me a little bit about your college days and your studies, what you studied?
Absolutely. So I studied in Sastra Shanmuga College of Engineering.
Sorry, a little louder.
Shanmuga College of Engineering, Civil Engineering. I studied Civil Engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, it is in Tanjavur. It's also in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So I studied Civil Engineering there. It was a great experience. My college days also tamed me as a person, because during my college days, I because I lost my grandmother and I was like homesick, I did not study my first semester at all. So I was like so bad in my college days, first semester, that I had to redo my course. After that redo, I always scored more than 75, and in the last semester more than 95%. So this is my progress. It's like dip. So it really helped me, because I failed. I understood that I have to face the entire world with failure, because I was the only failed girl in my college hostel as well. So I had to, when the attendance was taken, I will be called as a redo student, and all the other students will be like looking at me like this. But end of the day, I topped in the campus interview. I was selected in the campus interview. Yeah, so it's like how you're going to maneuver. People are going to stare at you. People are going to tease me. I didn't mind all those things, but I ensured what I'm doing. I ensured that I do with 100% with whole heart. I didn't care about anyone teasing me or saying that I have doing this course and all those stuff, because that makes you stronger. When you fail in the college days, I think it's going to be really making you strong as a person. That's what I am today. So I learned my failures during those days itself.
And to get 85 and 95% is very high.
Yeah, absolutely. I was one of the toppers.
And what is this interview about? The college interview that you mentioned. You were selected for
the campus interview. We had campus selections. Multiple companies come and they select candidates who are good for their company. They come here and give you job offers. We don't have to go and search jobs. So I was given a job offer. So that way, the warden of my hostel, I just challenged my warden the first day because she was teasing me. She is the redo child. Don't talk to her. I said in front of everybody and the warden, "You are going to call my name. I'm going to get selected in the campus interview."
Ah,
I said her, and 4 years later, she called me and she said, "You did it."
wonderful. Wonderful.
It's something like that. But nevertheless, every time I always had a guiding force with me. Every time. There was always a protecting force. Always there will be something intuitively telling me, "You are going to do. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead." Even if I'm scared, it's going to be like telling me, "Go ahead, don't worry, just go ahead."
Do you feel it might have been Mother or Sri Aurobindo?
Mother for sure,
Mother for sure.
Mother for sure. But I have never spoken outward with anyone like openly because no one will understand what I'm going to tell to them. Because no one will even able to connect what I'm going to tell to anyone in my home or in my friend's zone or anything.
Yes.
So I do not want it to be a talk of the place. So I just kept it inside me. I'm happy that way too.
But now you have the beginning of a new life.
Yes, it's a new beginning, but I understood my destiny.
But you didn't accept that job offer from the company?
I did accept it. Immediately I accepted it. I accepted it. I joined from there, from the scratch. I slowly went into Honeywell aerospace domain for 10 years, worked in aerospace domain.
Oh.
Yeah, and now I'm working in Johnson & Johnson. It's a medical technologies, healthcare units. That's my full-time job. So I would say that the success, all the successes or whatever is there, that's what I'm saying. Even you might be in such a great position, having such a money or whatever it is. The emptiness, if you have, I think you are gone. Like you are just going down and down and down. Even though you have money this much, you're already like an iceberg inside, and you're taking a big place where you are just not knowing where you're going. So better is find the purpose. Like we are here for that only. I think so. That's what I feel every time.
And you have found your purpose.
I have.
Or you're finding it.
I'm finding it, to be honest.
Finding it, yes.
Finding it. But I do know every day I ensure that I do things that are going to love my soul back. So if I do something, it's not correct, I just reject it. Even if it is wrong, I reject it. I don't care. Even it is going to be anything. So if it is going to help my soul be happy, be satisfied, then I feel that today is my day. So whenever I do something, even when I got delayed for our interview today, I just prayed to Mother. Are you ready for me to give this interview, or do you want not me to give this interview? Those are all the thoughts that came inside of me. But I just said, stop, go have your lunch. You're hungry, go and have your lunch first. Then Mother will show you a path. I was just having my yummy lunch, like, because I was so hungry. I was like wanting to eat, and Narad, your call. So I was about to go to Arrowville back, but then everything is planned. Everything is planned. We are the persons that we are ignoring everything. We are just ignoring it. We say that is waiting for me, this is waiting for me, that is there, this event is waiting. We are ignoring what Mother or intuitions are trying to tell us. This entire spirits and angels around us telling us, we are just trying to ignore it. When you are simply going to ignore it, how can something come inside of you? Right? Like you are not letting in. So always give it time. Even when we are angry, even when we are sad, just give it some time. Have a nice lunch, take a sip of water or some yummy ice creams, like whatever it is. Just think for 1 minute, 2 minutes. Then that will plan itself for you. You don't have to plan something for you. So everything is laid how you are born, right? Like how you are born on this earth, it's planned. It's planned. How can something not be unplanned? Like, how can it not be planned for you? Everything is planned. If you understand this concept, I think we will be end of the day happy.
I think so. Are you feeling more and more calm in Oroville?
Much better, much calmer, much focused, much direct. No lies, nothing. Just directly telling, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm not feeling, this is right, this is wrong for me. So I'm like becoming a more and more refined person. So I am like, I'm not talking for anybody now. I'm just talking for what is real. Why I'm talking is going to be, there is a purpose behind that talk also. And I talk, make sure I talk less as well. So when I talk less, I am more having information inside of me. Less is more. We think less is less. You're constricting yourself, but less is more.
Yeah. So you don't take position in these arguments in Oroville and the difficulties that everyone is going through.
I think this is going to be there. If you see in any of the yugas, Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, many of the yugas, if we see, always there was war for good thing. For good thing, bad thing automatically will attract. But why this bad things come inside? Because it's for decluttering. Already there are something inside the good which is not good for the good. If you understand this sentence.
Yes.
That is going to get removed with this bad that is happening. And the bad will eventually run away. With the same force how it came, triple times it will go outside of Arrowville. That is for sure. That is for sure. If we believe the power of us people, and we are all going to have only one thought, why Arrowville was built. If we have that purpose inside our mind and we fight for it with good intentions, definitely there will be a win. But definitely the bad will attract good. It's common. And bad will eventually go off. There is no possibility of any of the place you have seen bad winning. It's not possible. Could be for temporary reasons. Could be interim reasons. But end of end, it's like light only. I think this is how we have to handle this.
If your parents called you back, what would you do?
If my parents call me back, I'll show this interview where I was really authentic. I have never been so authentic in front of a channel or in front. I think just Mother and Sri Aurobindo I felt here around me, and just they made me to talk everything outside of me. So I might even show this interview that can help them. Or secondly, I will also put my foot down and say that this is what is my calling, and kindly support me. I'm going to be very...
Actually, Mother wrote the same thing to me once. She said, will my parents not understand that I have a different way?
Okay.
Mother wrote that. I have her handwriting.
Oh.
Yes. Will they not understand that I have a way of my own? And that's something very important, because then when you say that you feel this is coming directly from the mother, it will have an impact on the family also.
Yes.
They will receive it. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about what you feel about Sri Aurobindo?
Absolutely. Sri Aurobindo is somebody who cannot be, I feel always like he is one plane extra above me, that I can only talk to him. I talk to him whatever I wanted, but he always makes me to come to him. So he pushes me every time. So he is in a different plane only. I feel like he is somewhere everywhere, but then he is in a different plane zone, or I feel he is a guiding force, but very silent guiding force. First, I will always get mother only. I feel like mother will be fronting me, she'll be close to me, talking and all those things. Arabindo will be a person who's like talking to mother and then me. So I've never felt a direct connection with
The way
Arabindo.
you do mother.
But mother, I feel like
Yes, of
he
course.
talks to mother and then mother to me, and
Right.
always I felt that he's in a different plane and very silent power. That's what I felt about Aravindo.
Have you studied any other yogas?
Yoga, I have only studied Shivananda Yoga, which is a direct form of Patanjali Yoga itself.
Ah, yes.
It has just 12 basic asanas, and from that, many asanas are derived, and there are a lot of other yoga forms that are being taught here. But I just follow the 12 basic forms, raw forms, how Patanjali gave to, like Shiva gave to Patanjali, and Patanjali to Shivananda. So it's just a raw 12 basic asanas. And that's the same thing Sri Aurobindo also have mentioned in his book. So it's all the basics and how you wanted to enhance yourself, advance yourself. That all depends upon oneself. For me, this 12 basic asanas takes 1.5 hours along with the meditation, and because every asana you need to give time to come out of it. It's not like oof, oof, I have done like push up and all those stuff. It's like you have to give time for every asana to first understand your body. Every day that asana is going to be different for you. So based upon what you ate the yesterday morning, based upon how was your bowel movement, so everything is going to be different every day. Even though this is just a 12 basic asanas, definitely that's going to be refreshing for us.
How do you feel about Savitri Bhavan?
Savitri Bhavan is a very powerful knowledge hub, and that's what I feel. When I enter, I feel there are a lot of blessings in that place. I always felt silence when I go to Savitri Bhavan. And it's a very beautiful place. I think everybody should enjoy those readings. Even if you don't want to read, just sit with that book, read for three lines, read 4 lines. Even if you're bored, you're going to understand much better. Just read. Even if you don't like reading, Savitri Bhavan is a place where you can enhance that silence inside you, like calming, and your books are like your friends around you. You don't need people around you. It's like that. Savitri Bhavan is a knowledge hub.
Would you like to work some more with the flowers one day?
Absolutely. Every day it started with plucking flower for me.
Right.
So I think garden of flowers, everything. I am willing to work anywhere.
Have you studied any of the messages of the flowers that Mother has given?
Yes, there is a book, but I have not by-hearted or something like that. But each flower she has mentioned endurance. Each flower has its own meaning, symbol. It has its own beautiful name given to us, which is relating to our human life. So it's a beautiful connection what Mother has given to the flowers and the human beings. So it's like a DNA. It's like a DNA. She is like one creative person.
What kind of arts do you like? Do you like dance, music,
Yes,
or what?
I like dance. I like music. I dance whatever comes to me. I had learned Bharatanatyam, not so much, but I dance other dances now, like any Bollywood dance or any dance you ask me, any music is played, I am like going to say I will dance. But you should not ask me how did you dance and what are the steps repeat and all. It's like on the flow, I just dance.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like on the flow, I dance. And when I sing, I can sing, hum. I love music. So it's art form is always good. Like just enhances our creativity. It's already there in our body. This music and this sound and everything, it's already there in our body. It's just that we have to be not shy to experience them.
Yes.
Sometimes just go ahead, just sing, even if it is, even a donkey is going to come near to you, it's fine. At least you saw a donkey in this era, right? At least in 2023, we don't have donkeys anymore. So it's fine.
I wanted to ask you last question. Your feelings about the Om choir.
My feelings about Om choir,
Or your experiences.
my feelings and my experience about Om choir, dumb stuck like this. Like I was not able to tell anything to you for 1 second, 2 seconds also, because it's a power. It's a power. Om is a source. It's a mantra. It's not like anyone can utter on the go and just go. It's like a power that you're giving time, a 1 hour of your time to imbibe that mantra inside your body, and that mantra brings magic to you. Om choir is a magic, and it's beautiful power, and it has not only touched me. I have almost all my friends who have visited Om choir and Om chanting, almost everybody felt the same thing. It's not only me.
Oh,
So everybody likes that Om chanting because it's done in a way that it's rhythmic. At the same time, I don't know, like it takes 1 hour. Sometimes 1 hour is like 5 minutes or like 10 minutes. To be honest, because we are so much inside of it, so much inside of that Om chanting, no idea like how this 1 hour is getting over. Also, the feeling is really magical.
interesting that your friends have felt this also.
Yes, Martha, Eva, many of my friends have felt.
Wonderful.
And they come often also for Om chanting. Yeah.
Good. Oh, thank you so much. It was a wonderful interview.
Thank you. It was a
Srividhya, namaste.
wonderful interview. Namaste.
Namaste all.